Hey, it's Ramen on a Friday, and this is episode 9, I believe. Oh, 10. Damn, we far now. Shit. I'd like to introduce my guest today, fucking Mr. Fly, fucking smoke every fucking day. DC, Mr. Hippie. What's going on, man? What's
And
poppin'?
shit, man, just living the hippie life, lighting up every chance I get.
Shit, man. I was fucking smoking yesterday, and you was smoking at the same time. We was just kind of having this fucking weird vibe conversation yesterday, and I was like, God damn, this nigga's a hippie, because I just keep hitting the bubble, the bong bubble.
I mean, nigga, if you play, I'm
talking.
telling you, if you played the game with me, like if you played fucking 2K or Call of Duty with me, you will hear the bong. Like if you look on my Twitch, it says I'm here for the smoke. And you will hear loud ass bong rips in the back if you game with me.
I'm here for the smoke, please.
Yeah, it could go either way.
So I know a lot about you because obviously we know each other. Let me hear a little bit about. So what is get that money stand for? How did y'all get that started?
It's really GTM, get that money.
Yeah, get that money, yeah.
Thursdays. Well, it actually started.
How did Thursdays thing come in there?
Because
Ramen on Friday.
We always drop the video on Thursday. Like even now, we still drop videos on Thursday to this day. So we kind of just like made it. Like my brother made that shit a thing.
Okay.
So it's like you'll hear me like giving like hella salute to my brother Nitro G's.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Nitro.
In a sense, because if it wasn't for him, niggas would never see. You probably would never see the other side of me as far as like rapping and just being like super hippie-ish. You know what I mean?
Because you was explaining this to me like 3 different types. Like what is the hippie mean? What does the hippie mean? Like what is the hippie swag?
If I tell you one, then I have to tell you all 3.
Okay.
So if anybody that knows me, they know me. Some people know me as DC, and DC is just like my initials minus every other letter that's in my name. So yeah. I made him into a character to where it was like he's just like a chill motherfucker, but you got the hippie. It's like you got DC, and then you got Mr. DC, and then you got the hippie. When it all comes together, it's like this dude is like, you don't know what he's gonna do. It's like we could be super happy, super turnt. That's the hippie shit. Mm-hmm. But it's like if I hit you with that DC and you won't getting on my nerves, I might motherfucking lean on you. But at the end of the day, we still smoke it. It's just like
we still kicking it.
I'm really trying to
we hype.
Bring the goodness out of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, you are a positive ass nigga.
And it's like,
that's why I hate to bring negativity to you.
I mean, it's not really negative. It's just
but I'm talking about just in general.
Life,
what happens in life, right?
Right. So it's like if you ain't got a friend to like bring you back from that shit, it's like.
What I was asking was like when I started to get that Money Thursdays thing. When I was asking you about that, was are you guys like in love with the promotion? Like I feel like I see. Get that money. I'm seeing Get That Money like on a lot of different shit now. Like I was telling AJ, my boy, like I was scrolling and I started seeing a lot of content. Like I'm like, well, damn, DC's grinding now.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. You can't just say DC because it's more so it's my brother that's doing all this shit. Like,
a team.
Like he's like a super producer. Like meaning this nigga does it all by himself. Because nobody else is gonna do it.
Nobody else is gonna do it.
So it's like, GT Get That Money Thursdays was just like a platform for almost like, Fridays on. You know what I mean? Like your shit. Like I'm just giving you more of a platform to do your shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like we shoot a video, we come out, shoot your video or whatever.
How many artists is on GTM? Because I saw. Well, I saw the one girl. It was a girl.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and she's from Grace too.
Yeah, rest her soul. She passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you good. See, and that's.
I just saw her, and I saw she was getting traction too. Like I seen a lot of.
She to me, she like the female. Like she's like the real life Griselda Blanco. Like,
yeah, she was rapping about some street
you know what
shit.
I mean? She
Yeah,
rap about the shit she was on.
yeah.
But it was like,
And it was dope
so,
when I saw it.
Right. So
Yeah.
before it was GTM, and I'm sad that I gotta say this, the shit was called Felony Fam.
Oh shit!
But my brother will tell you, he's like, man, he's like,
fuck is so
he's like, man, we gotta change this.
Wait, yeah,
shit.
wait a minute. What made the promotion wise? What made you change that?
Well, number one, it was a lot of shit had happened, and you know, some shit had happened to her. He was like, man, niggas is calling ourselves Felony Fam, and then I guess a nigga got one. And the nigga was like,
nah.
Oh,
it's like what Master P said about did you see the Master P documentary?
Shit,
on
nigga,
BET?
I done seen a lot of them motherfuckers.
No, well, the new one. It was on BET.
Nah.
Okay,
nah,
well, anyway,
I
watched all the episodes, and I was sitting there watching it, and when they first started No Limit Records, he asked Silk and C what they wanted to be called, because they was just his brothers. You know what I mean?
Right, that's his family.
And that's his family. You know, Silk is his brother,
right,
and Master P
is his cousin.
Yeah, no, they're all brothers.
Yeah, all right.
Yes,
I mean, they were, you know,
but they're actually brothers,
right,
like all three of them. So C Murder was like, I won't call myself C Murder, and Master P to this day, that's what got him in prison in the first place.
I mean,
and that's what
like,
the beef between them two is about.
This is what I want to say about that. It's almost like, you ever heard of whatever you speak into existence happens?
Yeah, it happens.
Like,
you get an
so that's why, like, I kind of watch the shit that I say.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah.
You know, you could be saying it, but you're not really understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, what type
of,
what I mean?
Yo,
but some people don't believe in karma, so they don't know what like, they don't think something's gonna come back from it. They're just saying it.
I mean, my thing is,
I get pissed off and I say shit like that's rage. Like
right.
But you know me, I'm a wild nigga. Like I'll say something and niggas will look at me and they'll laugh, and the whole time it really wasn't a joke.
It was like some serious shit.
Yeah, it was some serious shit.
So
like,
now you try to make it into a joke.
Like an old lady walks in. Old lady walks into the store. I'm standing next to the lady. She walks in. I'm mad because she's the last person that walks into my job. And I'm like, man, I wish this lady would have fucking died yesterday.
But see, at the same, but my thing is like, yo, you gotta watch that shit, because it's like,
you gotta be careful.
Some old people be dropping knowledge on.
I know that. We talked about that last night. I know that, but at the same time, I was just saying I don't mean it at the time.
Right.
It's just I'm
pissed
off.
I even look at it like that, because it's like, shit, I had an incident where I was driving my car the other day, and a big ass moving truck went by me, and a big ass sheet of ice.
Oh shit!
Came crashing down on my bumper.
Jesus.
Like, my homie was in the car. This nigga thought he was about to die. I thought it was like, damn, nigga, it was like some Final Destination shit. Like, yo, but you know that shit's against the law in Maryland to ride around with that. Like, yo, this nigga's in a moving truck.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, so.
So, like, when I asked you, was you in love with the promotion? I basically said, like I told you before when I was gonna get you on, was I fell in love. I'm not in love with the promotion, but I'm tired of people like you and my boy Dolo and Yeti and different people getting fucked in the industry right now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a different type of person. It's like, as much as they hate to see you put out content, it's like, it's gonna come a point in time where a nigga gonna have to fuck with you. So why not, like...
No, but sometimes people get caught. The reason why...
I'm gonna tell you this. I heard this nigga Nip say this, and this shit stuck with me. Nigga, pay me now, or pay me double.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's almost in a sense like, fuck with me now,
or you want
to
pay,
run that bag up to fuck with me.
Later,
you know what I mean? Because it's like, as much as I don't want to say it, I'm not a Hartford County kid anymore.
No, you're not.
Like,
no.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, but you're like probably one of my only, like, one of the only artists that I know that, like, really did that. Like, you, like, that was like, all right, yo, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go make some. But I don't think that it's fair. Like Tay-Rock, for instance. We were talking about, it's not funny. Well, not that, but not him.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at something else.
It's not, it's funny. I'm not saying it's not funny. I meant, like when I look at Tay Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Gucci was talking about this. I love fucking battle rap, right? When I see Tay Rock, I'm happy because he's from Edgewood, and I want to see
You want to see
someone
him go
shine.
places, you know what I mean?
Now, for 6 years, when his battle started, it would say Baltimore at the bottom of his screen.
Mm-hmm.
And me being from Maryland, I'm like, nah, that nigga ain't from Baltimore. He's from fucking Edgewood. Now, I don't know him very well.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he ain't never been in the hood. Oh, I don't know him. You feel me?
Right.
But what I'm saying is, when I see it, I'm like, man, fucking rap what the fuck you is, nigga. Like, that's what it is.
That's what I say. That's what I tell people.
And then finally, when he started to get in his little place, when he battled Daylight, that was the first battle. And that was the first battle that they say is probably one of the greatest battles he's ever done of all time.
Because you gotta think, that was the first battle. He called his ass out.
Yeah, he did. And that was the first battle that said Edgewood, Maryland under it.
My thing is,
he's got his swag now.
This is what I'm saying. You can't say some shit and don't think nobody is going to
Is that part of the promotion though?
Like, what you mean?
What he did he waited until he elevated to then say, I'm fucking Dracula. I'm from Edgewood, nigga.
I mean, I don't know if that was part of the promotion, but I feel like if you would have just said, you was where you was from the beginning, niggas would have fucked with you way more.
You think so though? Because sometimes hip hop is a little bit of braceful.
My nigga, that's
like,
like,
oh, you from Edgewood, yo, that's the county.
You
know how niggas be thinking.
I mean, I got that a lot until motherfuckers actually sat down and chilled with me. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, you from the county? But you a different kind of county person.
Yeah, you a different type of county nigga, yeah.
So it's like...
It's good because the problem, black people are the only ones that section out people. That's the only...
Oh, yeah, we do that all the time.
Because my sister is probably one of the most highly intelligent... Shout out to Sierra. My older sister is probably one of the most highly intelligent people I've ever fucking met in my life, right? She's a dope person. She's kind of like you, too. She's like never upset about anything.
She like a free thinker.
She's a free thinker, yeah.
She like to get her shit out
there. And it really pisses her off. Not pisses her off, but it upsets her when people are like, because she acts that way, she's not from Baltimore. And my sister grew up like, before I moved to the county, my sister grew up in like areas that that weren't that safe.
Was really that.
That was really that. I mean? She was in East Baltimore with my aunt.
Well, see, it's almost, you gotta think now, it's like,
but she's so intelligent.
I'm gonna tell you this, it's all the perception off of social media, my nigga. Like, yeah, it's cool to be rich, but go have some niggas that gangbang in the hood. Like,
yo, but that's some weirdo shit, bro.
Like,
it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, my thing is, who am I to tell you not to go fuck with somebody? But at the same time, if you know you ain't in them situations like that, why put yourself in them situations? Because you got to think, motherfuckers buy themselves into situations all the time. Yeah. Now, will the situation go good? That depends on.
Well, you know. Damn, I mean? I'm not gonna say his name again. But that sounded like someone. But I'm not gonna say his name again. I've said his name too many times in this podcast, and I'm not gonna keep doing it.
I mean, I thought we was gonna get to that one.
No, we was. Nah, I can't get to that one because I've already gotten to it so many times. AJ cringes his teeth when he even sees me even bring his name up.
I mean, I feel like that's like some spicy on the ramen right there.
Yo, but anyway, long story. No, I thought you were. We're not on the same page. Because I thought you were talking about someone else. But anyway, long story short, that goes with the promoting thing. That person we can't, like, not that person we could talk about, but these people that fucking exaggerate the game.
Well, they look at
they're
it
like,
as like,
fucking,
I'm the plug, you just the consumer.
Yo, but that's the problem because it's a nigga, all right, I was on the streets, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and a nigga used to come up to me and be like, yo, I got something. And I'd be like, what you mean? And tune, they're passing out for free, right? Right. And then like a couple days later, I'm like, yo, can I get that?
They're like, nah,
and
nigga, I ain't
he's
got
like,
that.
No, it's not. Nah, I don't got it. I got $200 for it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And now you're in tune to that, which is not a problem. Drugs are an everlasting product, correct? Right. But then when it turns into like promoting yourself, it pisses me off because you need friendships to promote yourself, correct?
Yeah, but it's almost like you gotta look at it like this: are you a person that's like approachable? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, can I fuck with you?
How do you get features?
Like,
I'm talking about from how many? Because I watched the regular show like the
If
like,
you listen to
I
the
listened
regular
to
show,
it.
it's
I didn't
really
really see too
not
many. It wasn't too many
so,
features.
alright.
No.
So this one's a little funny question. Like at first I didn't like doing features with niggas.
Why not?
Just because I didn't think I was gonna be making music like that. I just thought it was like, I was gonna
whatever, yeah.
I thought I was just gonna make this shit. It was just gonna be some shit. A nigga smoke some weed too and just
Call it that.
chill with a nigga bitch. Play this shit. You know what I mean? Like, when
Chill
you
with the
came
nigga.
home, nigga, you smelled my weed smoke in your crib, so you knew the hippie nigga was there. Like, type shit. But then it was like when I made the second, you gotta think, leading up to making the second album, I went to LA.
Okay.
So it was like almost like, you ever seen that Mac Miller show where this nigga like lives his life on the TV show?
Oh yeah, day to day.
So it was like almost like that. It's like, I literally went from living where I live at to being in like a kind of like a mansion. So it was like, I got used to like living like a rapper, but I wasn't like, I was rapping.
You wasn't doing that. Yeah.
I was rapping, but I wasn't rapping.
But it exaggerates. What I'm trying to say to you is because you had to move on. It's one thing, but it saturates the game when you got all of these janky promoters that are doing the same thing, and they're all it creates a trap, bro.
I mean,
all right, look at Shorty right now. That motherfucker. Him and his cousin or whoever the fuck that is his brother, and the other guy that did the Peso de Mafia song, whatever it's called, and it blew up. Fucking blew up, right? Then he did the obituary shit by himself, and it blew up. Why is it that we still see no traction from the same nigga? It's because of the promoters where we're from.
Yeah, but you gotta think.
Other cities.
I feel like they are promote. Like, even though Shorty Short is from Baltimore, I feel like you can't. I feel like it's more like Shorty Short is out there like that.
Nah.
Like at first,
he's out there. Yes.
Like at first, I didn't see it because I didn't see it until I went to this studio in the city, and I think it's called Underground Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the engineers in there engineered Captain Hook.
For real?
Or mixed that shit down. But them niggas in there got the dopest sound, and it's like, I didn't hear about you until like that Bitua.
No, we had the song, but way before that, the Money Man shit with his cousins and all
I didn't even know that was
that was a hit though. That shit
I heard
blew
that
up.
song, but I didn't know
who he was.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
But like I said, once I heard that, I want to say the song is called Captain Hook, ain't it?
Yeah, it is Captain Hook.
Once I heard that shit, that was
I thought is the album called Captain Hook?
The album is called Captain Hook. My bad.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's called Bitua.
That's Bituary. Bitua, Daryl, my homegirl too.
Nigga, when I heard that shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying that he gained traction once that record came out, but he had plenty of other records.
When I heard that shit,
he had plenty of other.
On the West Coast.
He had plenty of other records out.
Yeah, he did. But I thought this nigga was.
Oh, you heard the song in Cali?
Yeah, I thought this nigga was a Cali. Like, niggas play Shorty Short in Cali.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Like, you ever heard? Like, hold on, I'm about to fuck you up. You ever heard of a nigga named Kalen 2 for real?
No.
So Kalen 2 for real got a song with this nigga, and that nigga's from the West Coast.
Okay, all right. Like, see, I didn't know. You're teaching me shit because I didn't know that. But it's still, he's still same thing with the YG Tech nigga. Like I like YG Tech.
Don't know who that nigga is.
Once again, he just did a big song with somebody else. I can't remember the name. He's from Baltimore. I can't remember what song. It's an artist, like a current artist that he did a song with.
But see, my thing is
what's that guy's name? Gutta
from Lil Wayne?
No, Gutta. The fucking singing dude. I can't remember his name.
Talking about
Gunna.
Ah, all right, I know you.
He did a song with Gunna recently.
I think I might have heard that song.
Yeah, but I think that you are from, even though you live in Cali or you lived in Cali, you are from here, and you don't even know that type of stuff. I know about it because I'm still here.
I mean, but you gotta think. I listen to a lot of different music.
I'm an eclectic music collection.
Like, I feel like even when you first met me, you was like, damn, what the fuck is this nigga listening to?
Exactly.
Like, I was listening to Cushion Orange Juice before niggas knew what the fuck
you put me on the Cushion Orange Juice.
Like, I feel like if it wasn't for Cushion Orange Juice or, like, the High Life or shit like that.
Yeah.
It would be no
It'd be
Mr.
dope.
DC the Hippie.
Yeah, it would be, probably wouldn't be.
Like,
yo, man, my friend Yeti just said that
it would be
a minute ago.
Or, like, watching movies. Like, I think I was explaining this to you earlier. Like, I think I might be the only person that ever really does this, but I literally, after I watched movies with the watching movies with the sound off, after I listen to that album, every time I go to record, I mute my TV, and I'm now putting myself in a situation to where it's like,
that's dope.
Like, nigga, that's how I made the regular show.
Okay.
Like, literally, that album, I think it might have been before that album came out. I literally would always mute my TV and just, like, let the beat play. Like, you know them little cartoons. You know them little cartoons that be on Instagram and the music be playing and shit.
I mean, well, I told you, you asked me where I got ramen from. Originally I wanted to make it an album. But then I was like, yo, everybody
wants some shit like that.
I said, and then, like I said, Meek did Oodles and Noodles, baby, and I called you mad as shit. Cause I said, I wanted to do Ramen on a Friday.
But I'm like, you could still
and Meek made Oodles and Noodles babies. And I was like, fucking Meek, and I love Meek. But he stole my shit. He stole my fucking swag. And then I was thinking the one day, fuck you, AJ. I was listening the one day, me and AJ was chilling one day, and he kind of was like, yo, you really need to do this podcast thing. And I think I had spoke to you about it way before.
Yeah,
but
I feel like that was essentially... I was telling you, like, yo, you gotta find something to do.
Yeah.
Like,
and
you know what I mean? But at the same time, that was me telling myself, like, dog, you gotta stop bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think, like, I think we talked about this yesterday, too. Like, I had went through some shit and the nigga just, like, stopped making music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you, like... Music is just like life, so you gotta go through some shit to even make some shit.
To make some shit.
So,
yeah.
Like...
That's a fact. Well, I mean, but the podcast is a little bit better of a feel for me. Maybe it's different from everybody else, but I like talking. I like having interesting conversations with people.
I mean, so yeah, once people, like, when it's, like, some shit that, like, somebody can actually have a conversation about. Like, you know what I mean? Like... We just not, like, shooting random topics off.
No,
like,
you just be... It's like...
Like, I got something planned, like, look, you know what I mean? Like, you're the interviewer, and you like, yo, I got these questions. Because it's like I said, this is, like, my second interview, like... You know what I mean? Like, I said... Not my third, but...
I said you get way more... You get way... Like he said, small venues. You get way more personal...
Yeah, I mean, it's more
when you
intimate.
Know, when you know the person and you've been there with the person. Like Gucci, me and Gucci was just in here laughing. You could ask him. Like we literally were just before we could even do the episode, we were just sitting there chopping it up about old life and shit, and we're just laughing.
I mean, we was doing the same shit.
Yeah, and
it's
natural,
so
right?
Like...
But then sometimes I feel like it'd be so much nervous if like, cause I wanted to get Gucci to have Tay-Rock, and I wanted to interview Tay-Rock. And I was like, I'd be so fucking nervous if I was.
I mean, why? You a nigga just like me.
Yeah, but it's different.
I mean, that's like me saying, like, nigga, I done been around, like, famous people. So it's like, I remember one time in particular, this nigga Freeway Rick Ross was standing right beside me. And I didn't even notice that shit until I looked over.
So what's your and this episode's probably gonna be a little bit longer, but what's your worst experience with a promoter ever in your life?
Oh, I was waiting for that one. My worst experience was at this shit called the Black Hole. And a lot of you niggas might be sad or might even throw DC a big fuck you after what I was about to say. But y'all niggas can go smoke a blunt and eat a dick. But nah, it was this motherfucker named... It was two people, to be exact. I feel like they was cool, but I feel like the tomfuckery was in the mix, too.
Yeah.
So, one of the promoters' names is Prophet. And maybe he might have changed his business ways. Maybe he didn't.
Maybe not, yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the time, it was like, if you did a show at the Black Hole, it was like, you paid, like, a nigga gave you tickets, and you sold them, and you came to perform, and it was like this one in particular time. I remember I did this shit, and nigga stood in front of the fucking stage for like maybe until everybody went.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yo, we called you. I'm like, nigga, you ain't called me. Like, we been standing here, right here in front of the stage. So the show went on, like, the show stopped. Like, it was over. I'm like, yo, I just gave you my money, blah, blah, blah. Like, the nigga never gave me my money back. But this nigga will never forget me. Because this shit leaked out into the parking lot. So the whole time, I'm like, yo, like, I wanted to beat this nigga's ass. Because it's like you did bad business. That's like you saying you got the good kush, but you got some oregano.
Yeah, you got the Reggie.
Like, you feel me? Like, you can't tell me with my hippie ass.
Well, it's not just based off of, like, what I was trying to say to you is it's not just based off of your terrible experience. That's what I'm trying to get with you is, like, I don't want to see people like you. This guy, my cousin is a fucking wonderful artist, like, get stuck in this Baltimore
But I want to say that.
where
say
niggas
this.
like that fucking
I want to say this. It didn't hold me up, but I felt like years later, I did go to the city and I did meet some people, and it was like the total opposite of it.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was, we promoting you gonna promote me. Like, it wasn't no, I'm gonna take your money, but I'm not gonna promote you type shit.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
my thing is, when the money gets involved, it corrupts the way people do business. So,
But is that a part of the business, or does that person make it the
what,
business?
you robbing me for my money is a part of the business?
Joe, because now people think that's okay. It's like, okay,
I mean,
all
my
right, I'm
thing
gonna tell
is,
you
I'm
now.
paying
We
you-
didn't get into this because I was gonna tell you. All right, the Jim Jones thing. I told you I'm a Jim Jones fan, right? There's this girl named Jaja. If you go back in time and listen to his album, the Summer with Miami album, she wrote a lot of songs on that album, or she was a part of it.
Now, did she get any credit for that?
She got credit for it. She was a part of it. She's even on a song on the album with P. Diddy. But she was helping. She was in the room helping. Her and Stack
Right.
Bundles and a couple of other people, from my belief, what I was watching, right? And then she was like, when she did an interview, she on Queen's Flip show, she was like, well, you know, they asked her about Jimmy. And she was like, basically, the same thing you're saying about this guy. It's like, they pretty much told her that she was going to be big and she was helping them, like, write songs and do stuff. And then when they were through with her, it was like, because she didn't want to be a part of it anymore, partially because Stack had died.
We're going to hit you with some fuck shit.
But we're going to hit you with some fuck shit. And then when she went to sign the contract, she said Jimmy had told her when she caught the bad business in the contract, she said Jimmy told her, he said, you don't think Cam fucked me? You don't think this person fucked me? You don't think that person got fucked by this person? It's just a part of the game. And that is...
I feel like, yeah and no. Because do you really think that this nigga Cam really shitted on Jim Jones?
Contract-wise, it's possible.
I mean, my thing is, niggas do fuck shit like that all
Everyone's
the time.
doing it. Look,
But my
Kanye
thing
just started
is,
making this whole conversation,
this is what
argument
I'm
about
saying.
royalties, right?
But
He
this
made
is
this
what
whole
I'm
argument
saying.
about royalties.
If a nigga does some fuck shit to you,
yeah,
like, with your music, what would you do?
Yo, I mean, I don't know what I would do because I don't have the same opportunity. If she would have signed that paper, she would have been way more known than she is now. And she probably would have got more traction and more money. But she chose not to sign that paper.
Because it sounded like you signing your soul away.
And she stayed independent, and it didn't work for her.
I mean, my thing is, that's the difference. That's like, why sign a 360
But
deal
when she was messing with Jimmy and them, she was really gaining traction.
Right.
She like I said, she had a music video with P. Diddy. It was like she was doing a lot. So she was doing a lot. So, like, at the time, well, basically what I'm saying is she got janky promoted pretty much.
I mean, she did, but she didn't, because they did it, from what it sounded like, they promoted her.
They put her on blast. Like,
you know what I mean?
They showed her what they can do. She had not signed a deal yet. They showed her what they can do.
If she did, it's like she didn't sign, so they stopped that shit.
Well, a lot of other things happened in between.
You feel me? Like,
Some
I feel
other,
like it was
her brother that was helping them also, Stack Bundles, had died.
So I feel
And-
like, you see what I'm saying? I feel
and-
like it was something that
Well,
you
she was
probably
more.
don't know.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but she was more frustrated off of the stack situation. But I'm saying like people, the conversation that we just had when he was like, when I was telling you about what she said, when like she was like, well, you know, people get fucked in business. I'm hearing this from a lot of different things when I'm watching it, and then when I look before Scooter died, he said janky promoters on every single fucking song, and then we realized that Baltimore, that's just what Baltimore does, and I'm trying to get us out of the criteria of thinking that way.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
I get you. I mean, I just feel like it's like this. Not everybody in Baltimore is like that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But at the same time, I feel like sometimes when you're not known, they will they will play you. Because
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah, they're gonna play with you.
I don't know how the fuck you got on this.
Especially if you're not from the streets.
Like,
especially if you're not from the streets.
My thing is, yeah, that too. But it's like, it's more like, I'm gonna test you to see.
Yo,
what
but
type
it's
of
some
time
niggas
you
that
on,
just be
like,
rolling.
You know what I mean?
I seen a cat one time, and I'm not gonna say his name, but it's some niggas that just be rolling with street niggas, and it's like to the point where, like, that shit could never happen to them. But the problem is the street niggas that are around them are extorting them. So then they're like, fuck.
Right. I mean, my
And
thing is,
their success is not happiness for them.
Right. I mean, my thing is, if I'm not happy while I'm making my music,
What's
I don't
the
want
point?
to do that shit. Like, if I got another
The
nigga,
nostalgia.
if I got another motherfucker putting his hand
Is
in my
it
pocket,
nostalgia, AJ? Is it the nostalgia? Like if you don't want to make a certain type of music because these type of people are around, is that aura like called nostalgia, or am I wrong?
I mean, I thought it was like, that shit was like memories, like vivid, crazy memory. You know what I mean? Like shit that you did.
No, I was just
type shit.
asking because just off the word, but yeah, no, I was just like, yo, whenever I read someone in the industry being done a wrong way, it's always reports back to that. Like, oh, this nigga didn't pay me any money. Or like and if your business is so good, like for instance, Drake's situation, when they figured out that Birdman was taking money from royalties or whatever they was talking about, Drake makes how much money? He's worth tons of money, right? We can Google how much money he's worth. You're telling me you don't know that this is missing from your repertoire?
I feel like
you know what I mean?
I feel like a nigga knew. Nigga
Why
just
you
didn't
wait
wanna-
6 years to say
nigga
something?
just didn't want to say nothing.
Why you wait 6 years to say something?
Because, like I said,
And then he did some bitch shit and he took it back.
how much money did these niggas really give you? Like,
A
you
lot.
know what I mean? Like,
A
how
lot.
much front money did a nigga give you?
What?
You
For
feel me?
Drake to be started, it probably was a lot.
Like, how much money did a nigga give him for his budget for like an album
Exactly,
type shit?
yeah.
But that's where it's like, that's another form of a fucking 360 deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gonna have to pay me back
And for
sometime.
the youngins, I know it. AJ knows it. What is a 360 deal?
I mean, this is my definition of a 360 deal. You could get signed with a label and they will literally promote the shit out of you, but what they not telling you is that they're gonna take your money that you essentially make or that they front you, you're gonna have to pay that back at some point in time. But not only that, you're gonna have to make either a certain amount of songs or a certain amount of music before they let you go. Like, I'm cool on a 360 deal.
But like now,
My thing is,
now they're handing them shits
I'm
out.
cool on
I
being
told you about the
signed.
Creek Boys. I said now they're handing them shits out,
And
and niggas are saying they're independent.
I mean,
And like they don't realize, like,
nigga, I'm independent.
you're not independent,
Like,
my nigga. Not
this is
talking
what
about
I'm
you.
saying.
I'm
No,
saying
no, this
these
is what I'm
people.
saying.
Like,
I am literally independent. Like, everything we do it ourselves. I don't got a team of 1,000 motherfuckers behind me like, yeah, bro, we're about to push your music. You about to be number 10 up in the world. Like, I don't got that. Versus a nigga that does have it, but you only got that for 360 days, nigga.
yeah. Cause
So you trying to tell me you would rather be the man
I
for
felt
360
so bad for Trinidad
days?
James when
I mean,
that whole Trinidad
But
James
why
thing
though?
happened.
But hold on, but why though?
Because I watched him like go at a peak, and then it was like bye.
My thing
and
is,
it was like,
do you think Trinidad James fell off?
yeah,
You stupid.
of course.
Go watch some TV, nigga.
I mean, he's been on Sneaker Wars and all that other shit.
but
I'm saying, like,
it's almost like Nip. It's like everybody's out here buying chains, but nigga, do you own something?
Exactly.
That's
the problem.
Do you
though.
own your royalties?
Yo, but that's the problem. They're setting these motherfuckers up because they let them.
Do you own your publishing?
Do you own your publishing?
Do you own
your
like?
publishing?
Do you own
Yo,
your
but
name?
that's the problem
Like-
though. That's the problem though, because they get sold so fast. Like I told AJ this one day. So you have a hit record, right? You got this hit record. It's getting traction. Creek Boys with my team. They film a video, a low budget video. Then they get management. Then the management tells them to reshoot the video because they did. Remember, they reshot the video.
Right.
Then they reshoot the video, and this song has already gained traction before these fucking management niggas came.
I mean, they just trying to make
You
it
could
look
have
real.
fucking did that shit yourself.
They just trying to make it look real sweet for you. They telling you shit that you don't know.
And these little niggas don't know that. And then, not saying little niggas, because I don't know how
I
they
mean,
are.
I'm just saying
but
they
like, they
telling
don't
you
know that. And
figures
then
and
they
shit
get big, and then they're
that
like,
you don't know.
Well, we're not going to peak any further than this. Because these management companies, these management companies are like selling that. Like, you're a young cat, you come, they're like, well, we can get you more promotion. You're promoting for yourself, but it's not going to be as good as us putting your picture up on Apple Music. Or it's not going to be good as us. The Creek Boys were on one of the Maddens.
Yeah, but I bet you, nigga, that shit came out of a budget that they had.
I know their budget.
You know what I mean?
Their budget probably was some ass.
So they probably looking at it like, yo, we just had this budget of this, but little do they know, they paid for advertisement, and they now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, this shit's like a touchy situation.
I'm just tired of seeing janky promoters take
I feel
over.
like at this point, art, you need to be self-inclined. Like
you need to be self-aware.
You need to know.
Self-aware.
You need to, you need to know. It's almost like when you remember when you was in English class and your teacher would be like, "If you know the rules to English, you could break it." It's almost like if you know the rules to the rap game, nigga, you can break them motherfuckers.
That's true.
It's like almost
that's a statement.
Like it's almost like a super cheat code. Like, do I want the next nigga to do the work for me? Or I'll do it, and I'm gonna come back to the question that you asked me earlier. Do I like promoting? Yeah, I like promoting now. But at first I didn't.
Why not before?
Because it's like I said, I live in a little ass town called Grace. For you people that need to look it up on the map, it's called Havity Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And shit don't happen like.
Yeah, it's not like that. No.
Nothing like, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's sad that I gotta get I'm getting traction from niggas in Texas that I've never met.
More than here. That's what happens though.
Motherfuckers is sharing
That's what
my
I hate
shit.
about Baltimore
Like, you know
though.
what I
But that's
mean?
what I hate about Baltimore though. The nigga right next to you won't fucking big your shit up. But you'll be on MySpace. I remember I had put a song up on MySpace and a nigga from like fucking Montana be like, dude, that shit's fucking awesome. And then you got like 10 of them. Hey, I think, you know what I mean? And you got like, now you got a fan base in Montana. Never even been to Montana.
I used to love MySpace because MySpace for me was like,
you had your MySpace music page?
MySpace is what made me want to be like a man. Like, it made me want to figure out, like, what could I do with music? Because it's like, you got to think, before Tiger was really big like Tiger, do you know this nigga was in a group?
I think I heard of that.
You know, this nigga was in a group called GDINC.
I don't remember that.
Where it was Tiger, Gator, and Schoolboy Q.
What? I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up. I'm a hip hop head.
Matter of fact,
know that.
it might have not been Schoolboy Q, but I think it might have been the nigga out of the pack. One of the niggas out of the pack.
Shit, I remember.
But it might have been Schoolboy Q.
I don't remember, but
you gotta think. Yo, like,
his promotion was different as
when
that
MySpace
guy
was popping out, I could have literally, like, if I knew what I knew now, I should have maybe paid that.
Drake is a MySpace era. Did you hear the story about the guy, Prince's son, Jay Prince's son? That discovered Drake.
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
I watched the interview on one time, and he was talking about he discovered Drake from Canada on MySpace.
But my thing is, like, MySpace was so easy to get.
He brought the record. He got to talking to him. He brought to talk to him. He said, "I'm from America. I thought it was cool that a nigga rap and sing like this. That's from Canada," and he kept selling him as the Canadian rapper to Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne didn't even. He kept
But
skipping over it.
little did people know that this nigga was on a TV show called Degrassi.
Yeah, he was, but that's a Canadian television show.
It is, but
Yeah,
it's
Canadian
it's not.
network.
I mean, it is,
Yeah.
but it's played.
It was played in America.
Like,
but I'm saying that at the time, he didn't know about the show. He only knew about his music because Drake was trying to restart his brand, right?
I mean, he was.
This is about the marketing.
He was,
this goes to the marketing.
Himself.
He rebranded himself.
He went from being the nigga in the wheelchair.
Yeah, if you notice when Degrassi ended, the show cut. It took a couple years for Replacement Girl. Well, actually, Replacement Girl had came out while Degrassi was on air.
Hold on. I want to say when this nigga was still on Degrassi, this nigga had a song with fucking Trey Songz.
Replacement Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know the name.
That's Replacement Girl. Okay, so Replacement Girl had
that song. Matter of fact, it was like
no, he paid for that video himself.
He did, but it's like that shit came.
He talked the story about how he paid for that video himself.
He was still doing Degrassi when that shit came out.
That song.
You know
so what happened was great promotion. He paid for that video himself, and then he was filming on Degrassi, and he was like, you know what? I wanna have the song on like the show, and like one time was an episode where he ended up rapping or something in the wheelchair.
Exactly.
And then
it
the
was
Replacement Girl song came on after the show was over. Like they aired the video after the show. I remember when I was a kid.
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I was fucking with it.
But then on that same album, when the comeback season thing, he had the song Asthma theme. That shit was hard. This is around the time where, like I said, he started promoting himself. I don't know who taught him how to promote himself. Maybe he had people around him, but the sense of mind for him to not sign with Lil Wayne so quick caused so much traffic. Because remember, there was a bidding war for Drake. There was a bidding war.
But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna try.
Sometimes it's smart to not sign on purpose because of the traction.
Like a dickhead.
What?
Drake is like one of them motherfuckers. So like, Drake is like that. He's Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, Jewish niggas get what they want. And I'm just say it like that.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, like, bruh, like, you gotta think. Like you said, he paid for most of this shit.
He made his own way.
My thing is, it's like almost like on the Nip shit. Like, that nigga sold all his shit out the back of his trunk for like $100.
Yeah, but most of those people are the ones that end up being successful. And like I said, where we live, and I'm gonna end it soon. And I'm happy to have you. But where we're at, it's hard to do what Nip and Drake did.
I mean,
because we're such a small town, everyone knows everybody.
This is what I'm saying. It is, but it's not. Like, my thing is, I could be that nigga that just worry about what everybody else is thinking about my promotion. But as long as I'm promoting it, I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. But I could be the other way, where it's like I'm hitting every place, I'm dropping CDs everywhere, I'm trying to mingle with the people, and that's essentially what I was doing when it's like you would see me out all the time.
Yeah, I would see you out all the time.
You was
grinding.
I would just be out. Not pushing my music, but just like
embracing the city,
just
embracing
pushing
people,
my brand, like
yeah.
pushing.
Well, that's
the
pushing the
shit,
brand and
you know what
embracing
I mean?
people.
So it was like I went from pushing the GTM shit to where it's like, yeah, if I could do that, I can sell myself as this crazy ass weed smoking ass motherfucker. So I thought about it like that, and I'm like, yo, it's like, how hard are you gonna go with it? And it's like these last couple months to a year is like I've been seeing this shit, and it's like you only gonna go like your product is only gonna go as hard as you go. So if you promoting it one day out the week, you might get one share.
Exactly.
Versus you like tapping it like, so you was like you hate promoting. My thing is I take it to an all-time high where it's like I'll go promote somebody else's shit.
That's smart.
But for the simple fact that nobody does that.
Nah, no. This guy over here, this guy over here, he does that.
But see, he probably got homies that make music, and he like, well, if
he's quick to promote somebody else's shit if they fuck with him. Like
my thing is, it's like you don't even have to promote my shit as long as I fuck with you. I'll share it.
That's my thing.
Like, you know what I mean? Just
if I see your grind and I see you freaking working hard and I like what you're doing, especially if I like the music, of course I'm gonna share it.
right, but see, I done had
I'm
people
also-
that
but I'm
like the
also
music
a fan.
and would never share it. Like,
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah, I like it.
'cause, it's damn. What did I see the other day? Somebody posted up the other day. They were like, a lot of people promote like all they want to hear is that's fire.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
I don't want to
that.
hear, that's fire,
what I wanna
yeah.
hear
Because
out of
if
it,
I want to hear
because-
that, that's fire,
But
I'll
that's
make a
also
sample
why-
that says, that's
That's
fire.
fire.
And press
Yeah.
that bitch every time.
Exactly.
Like-
But it's also like that's why at this point, like with my stuff, just like kind of what I'm hearing from your stuff is it's like I promote to the people that are gonna listen.
Right.
Am I gonna worry about my 10 friends that to this day have known me for 15 years making music, but they ain't shared a fucking link one time?
And my
Am I
my
gonna
thing is,
focus-
that
am I
shit
gonna-
hurt.
It
No.
doesn't.
I ain't gonna
Doesn't
stunt.
hurt. Doesn't-
Yo, you
doesn't
called me
hurt.
on that
Actually,
shit
it
one
doesn't.
time. You called me. He
had that
This
moment
nigga's
where
a
you
real
like that.
artist, yo, because
But
he
it's
called
like-
me on that shit one time.
But it's the truth.
We have
It
a
doesn't.
mutual
You want your-
friend.
you want your
Yeah,
friends to
we have a
support
you laughing at me because you know what I'm talking about. We have a
It's just
mutual
like you
friend,
said.
and he called me one day, and he was like, "Yo, I sent this nigga the link. Do a fucking song with me." He did the fucking song, but then this nigga got the nerve to not post my shit. And I was like, yo, what the fuck you care for, nigga?
Well, I mean, my
And
thing
he
is,
was
like, it's like,
Deep
yo,
down as an artist, you do.
it's almost
And this
like,
nigga never gets mad.
it's
He's not like
almost
a mad
yo,
person.
I do a song with you,
He never gets mad
and I
either.
promote
like,
your shit, and you can't hit share one time.
Yeah, he's like, I
my
never
nigga.
seen this nigga hit share one fucking time.
Like,
And I was,
I
You
have
can't
good
even
friends
give
like
me
that,
a
but you
like.
know what though? At the end of the day, like
Can't even give me a
if you're
hit
my
nod.
friend,
Hell
and
no.
you don't feel like promoting it. I've already learned a lesson from you. I ain't wasting my motherfucking time.
I'm gonna tell
when
you
it
this.
comes to
I
that
ain't gonna
shit.
stunt. This shit will be surprising me. I ain't gonna stunt. One day I walked up on my homie and this nigga was low key playing my shit, and I was just standing right behind him, and this nigga was dancing. And I'm like, nigga, I see why you don't want to post this shit. Cause you in here dancing like a little bitch. Like,
yeah.
I can see, you know what I mean? Like, I'll take that moment over you sharing it because it's something I get to see. Like, I know how, you know how your homies do shit, and you be like, this motherfucker
Fucking
right
he
here.
on that.
Like,
But you're
yeah.
gonna do a lot more, man. And I appreciate you coming too.
I mean,
'Cause
I'm trying to
fucking-
tell you, I'm trying to get you up there. I mean, you pretty much there. Like, it's almost like I want to tell people this. It's like, if you ain't got no faith in yourself, what make you think the next nigga gonna have faith in you?
No, this is my man.
You know what's really funny is Dev. I be seeing
He know me for how long we know each
I-
other? Like 20
Me and
years?
Dev, like we
Right,
have this
Yeah, we know each other
It felt like 20. It
had to
it
be.
felt like
Me
20.
and Dev have this thing. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Because,
Nah,
like,
it's like
I wanna
maybe
say like
12 or
15.
15.
I'll
We know
say
each other
stuff
15
to Dev,
years.
and then it seems like he'll have like one of his closest friends comes through, and they'll say the exact words
he
that
does,
I
they
said.
And he'll almost
And
look
it's
at you like,
always
yo,
like-
like, what
and
did
he
y'all
always gives me
motherfuckers
this
have a
look like-
conversation?
But Dev
Yeah.
like always gives me this look like, God damn it, somebody else fucking Dolo again. Like,
Like,
motherfucking Dolo.
I mean,
Because it's like,
well, that
I
just says
genuinely
a
wanna
lot.
see my- I
That says a
genuinely-
lot.
No, we're
genuinely see
boys.
people that I-
Yeah, we're boys though.
Yeah.
It's just me and AJ. We have like
That means
like,
that you want to see the best for
well, we
him,
have
you know
both.
what I
Both
mean?
of us
I
have
see
strong.
potential and I don't wanna see
both of-
potential
see,
with
you're the chill nigga. That's
As
why.
simple as that.
And me
Because
and
I've met too
AJ
many
both
people
have
I see
strong
that-
personalities.
Right.
So like we'll butt heads, and then like a nigga like you will come around and say the same thing, but your delivery is better than
I'm gonna
both
tell
of
you
our.
this. I'm a Taurus, so this shit is like weird as fuck to me because it's like some people be like, yo, Taurus are hard headed, stubborn, they just say whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, I do. But it's more of like a respectable way.
Yeah.
Like I could get on some ratchet shit in this country.
I'm just blunt 24/7.
Like,
Yeah, he
I'm
is.
just
But we
blunt.
both are. Me
Like,
and him.
I'm
is
like,
yeah.
Because my thing is that, like, I've had too many people, like you said, they want to just give you the, oh, that's fire. They sugarcoat it. They sugarcoat this. You know what, dude? I'm not being that person for you because I hate when a motherfucker does that to me.
Right, that's like
Because
I
you know
told
what?
him.
What I
Yeah.
want you to do is I want you to tell me that shit's trash.
Right, like, yo.
Because I'm not going to do it 20 times in a row if you tell me
Nah.
it's
You
fucking
just
trash.
put trash.
You know, that's why I fuck with, like, when I work with Yeti now. You know, if I do something, Yeti has absolutely no problem telling me I'll fuck with that. And you know what? I found that my art
But
has
it,
gotten
my
better.
thing
Yeah.
is, and it ain't
Because
no
you need
disrespect
somebody.
to
You
you.
need
It's
somebody.
literally
It's what
me
it is.
pushing you.
It's what it
But
is.
That's why I told you about homie. I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah.
But I told you, I was like, yo, I had sent him a song, and I was like, I wasn't even trying to lean. It's not, like, you gotta understand. Like, I'm one of the motherfuckers that it's, like, hard to read me. So if I say something to you, it probably sounds like I'm kind of leaning on you. So if it's like, yo.
Oh, dude, I look like I'm pissed off 24/7. People always are like, "What the hell's wrong?"
Yeah,
with
my
you, man?"
mom
I'm
be
like,
saying
to be
that
honest,
shit too.
bro,
Like,
Yeah.
I apparently just have resting bitch
It's
face,
just the
man.
vibe. It's the
just like-
vibe.
So
It's
it's
the
like
vibe.
when the homie made this shit, the song, it was like, yo, the song is fire, the verse was fire, but I'm like, yo, the hook is a little too long, my nigga. Like, you think you can short it up? And I haven't heard, like, I didn't hear back from it. I'm like,
Well, he did.
I think this nigga thought that
He
I
did the
ain't
same
gonna-
thing.
Like,
He
you
did
know
the
what I
same
mean?
thing to me though, my nigga. Like, I'll tell you this, and once again, we're not gonna say the person's name. Okay. So he was like, yo, you wanna pull up? I'm gonna do a track with you. I said,
Uh-huh.
all right, cool. So he pulls up.
And just to clear this up, it is not nothing bad. Like,
It's not
this
beef.
is my homie.
Yeah, this is my homie too.
This
yeah.
is my homie, so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
me being like,
yeah.
very
No, it's
blunt.
not beef. We're just
Like,
being,
you know what
we're
I
just
mean?
being real. But anyway, he fucking he pulls up, and me and him record or whatever, and I think he was a little startled by my verse because my verse got so deep, and you know me, I'm a witty motherfucker, so it was witty, and even the people in the room in the studio, you know, you made some crazy shit when you're in the studio, and a nigga looks at you that don't even know you like that and was like, yo, I need some more of that. You know what I mean? Like, I looked at the nigga, and then a week later, I kid you not, I say, yo, you gonna drop that song? He drops the song, but a whole
Different
verse that he had before.
Was your verse still on there?
It was still on there, but it was like he was trying to match my verse.
Oh, so he
changed his
shit.
verse, yes.
See, I'll never
And
do
his
it.
verse
I think
turned
it's-
more personal.
I don't feel like I would ever do that. Like,
Nah, because if you got me on the track, you got me on the track.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
changed
gonna tell
his
you that
verse.
you
Means I
got
need
me.
to
Like,
pick
yo,
my shit
if
up
you
and
got
I'm
me,
doing-
you
Nah,
got
he
me.
redid the verse.
Yeah,
I would-
that means I need to pick my shit up and do better the next
Right,
time.
like,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
need
But
to,
nah, I ain't gonna go back and
I need to
change
get my
your verse.
stamina
He
up, my
redid the
swagger
verse.
back. I need to get my stamina up,
Nah,
my
man,
swagger.
he
Like,
killed me in my own track.
I mean, but
Yo,
essentially,
he re-recorded with some douchey shit. Like, he re-recorded his whole verse.
essentially,
And I
that's
was-
what I want. No, I want a motherfucker, because my shit is different.
Mm-hmm.
I essentially want somebody to do some different shit and be like,
Yeah.
you know.
But I'm looking forward to you doing the regular show 3 or whatever was going on. But it was nice talking to you, man. And shit, man, it was fucking. This is an interesting conversation in
Right.
general. Anyway, just because we fuck with each other, you definitely got to come back.
Right.
Because
Oh, most definitely.
because of who you are. Because I did it with Gucci, like the same thing I'm doing with you. But then we're gonna get into like how we met in the next one.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But it's Ramen on a Friday, episode 10. Peace.
Peace out.